Michael, here we are, another Premier League campaign, starting your defence. How are you feeling ahead of the long 17 weeks?
It's definitely going to be a long 17 weeks, but I think it's good. I think it's good for darts. You're going to play weekly on the highest level, and that's what you want.
Coming into this Premier League campaign, there were some question marks around your form after the World Championships. Do you feel you've put that right in the two World Series events?
Yeah, maybe, but that's for other people to answer, because, you know, sometimes you're going to have good years, sometimes you're going to have bad years, and that's the way how darts goes all the time, and I try to respond as good as possible towards it, and I think I did with the last two tournaments.
We know you prioritise tournaments. Where does the Premier League rank on your yearly list?
Second biggest after the World Championship.
And then looking at the lineup, is this the strongest lineup we've had in recent years, do you feel?
Yeah, in recent years, I think definitely, of course, Luke Humphries playing really good darts and winning lots of tournaments. Littler, new kid on the block who does fantastic. I think it's good for darts in general anyway, and I think a lot of people like to see the upcoming games.
Michael, how much of a boost was it for you winning that Dutch Masters coming into this Premier League?
Every tournament I win is always a boost, is always good, and of course to do it on home soil is always nice. It gives you confidence, and of course going into this Premier League, you need it. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a hard 17 weeks again, but I'm up for it.
What would it mean to try and win a hat-trick of Premier Leagues as well? You've won it a record 7 times. What would it mean to get 3 in a row?
Would be nice. But we're 17 weeks away, so we're going to see. But I'm feeling comfortable.
We saw you get quite emotional at the end of the final in Den Bosch. Does that just show that winning means as much as ever to you now at this stage of your career?
Winning always means a lot to me, and that's the way how it is. And of course, to do it then with the people you like are around you, and a lot of people I know was watching, and that feels good.
Thanks,
Michael, you always tell us that you're the man to beat. Are you still the man to beat?
Of course, I'm always ask any player, they always like to beat me. That's the way how it is. I'd rather say someone else, but that's not a fact. That would be a lie.
But does the difference of not being world champion, does that make any difference to you psychologically coming to tournaments like this, or is it all the same for you?
No, last time I didn't win the World Championship, I won the Premier League as well. Beating Phil Taylor in the final as well.
Michael, we've seen people struggle in the Premier League, but it's a tournament where you've always excelled in. What is it about the Premier League that seems to bring out the best in you?
Because you have to play weekly on the highest level. You get tested constantly. You can't afford mistakes. You have to deal with disappointments. You have to deal with fantastic moments, and that's the way our darts is. And to deal with all them circumstances at the same time, it doesn't make it easy all the time.
We've seen people in the past who have made their debut and they've found the first year tough. We've seen it with Michael Smith, Gerwen Price. Luke Littler's obviously making his debut this year. With all the travelling involved with the Pro Tours and the Euro Tours, how difficult is it, especially when you're not used to it, to manage that schedule with the Premier League but everything else that you need to compete in?
That's not easy, but then you need to make the right decisions for yourself. But maybe not to do it one time is difficult, but I'm already doing this my 12th Premier League now. I don't know. How many Premier Leagues did I play, Phil? How many Premier Leagues did I play?
It's 12.
This is my 12th, eh?
12, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm already doing it for quite a long time, I think, and it still goes okay. I still won it last year, and I hope I can win another one. Simple as that.
We've heard some people talk about the format. Earlier this week, Paul Nicholson suggested that maybe next year they could do a different format each week, maybe 1,001 one week, straight in next week.
I don't know who tried. Who said that to you?
It was Paul Nicholson said it in an article.
Paul, yeah, but that's why he probably stopped playing darts. Nah, Paul is a good guy, but nah, leave that to the other people. 2001 tournament, I would love to see that, but that's a different story.
Michael, thank you.
You're welcome.
How important is it to get off to a good start in Cardiff?
It's really important because you always want to start well, but more important, you need to finish well. And now of course, last year was the debut of this format, playing week after week a small tournament. Last year, everyone had to adjust himself because it's a lot harder, because it costs a lot more energy, a lot more tense in your body to constantly doing it. But now that you get used to it, you have to deal with the situation, and then you have to play as good as possible. And then to start off the Premier League with a good performance would be nice, yes.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, Michael. Obviously, we talk about the strength of the lineup this year, but obviously going into it, you're actually the only player that's won this tournament.
Yeah.
Does that give you a psychological edge before any darts are being thrown?
Nah, I don't need any psychological edge or anything because I think my ability can do enough. But I dealt with any circumstances, and other people don't. So maybe that can help me further on, later in the tournament. But we're gonna see.